Hello and welcome back. If you're new to the channel and you want to not only perplex up your Heroclix IQ, but also outwit the competition, make sure to Hulk smash that subscribe button and also the little bell notification so that you're sure to not miss anything. Today's video is a live stream. We're going to go ahead and talk about the Heroclix previews from the brand new, coming out in February, X-Men Xavier School Heroclix set. This set is actually, as far as I know, due out on Valentine's Day. So far, no delay has been mentioned. But we have 9 previews. One of them I am extremely excited about, and we'll go ahead and talk about why I find that one so appealing. And then, other than that, we're just going to go ahead and look at these, look at the cards, and yeah, so let's go ahead and get this rolling. The first one we're going to go ahead and take a look at is Jean Grey. So let me get it up here so I can see what's going on here. She's number 20 in the set. She has the X Factor keyword. She has a trait called X Factor, which I believe all of them have. And it says, when this character hits with an attack, modify damage value +1 for each 5 in the attack roll. So the 5 makes an X symbol on a 6-sided die. So that's pretty cute how they did that. She's 60 points, and basically what you see is what you get. Sidestep TK leadership. With the change to leadership, she's actually, even though she's low points, if you have a high point X Factor figure, that'll be helpful. 6 clicks long, 3 clicks of leadership, 3 clicks of perplex, 3 clicks of sidestep up front with TK, which is an excellent combination. Then she has a single click of pulse wave on that back, that final click with a 18 defense with energy shield. So she's got a little bite there at the end. For 60 points, I like her. Seems like they're really trying to restrict keywords for figures in this set, so I don't know how I feel about that one. She's not really like the one from All New X-Men where she should have past keyword, so I understand why she doesn't have that, but I'd like to see, I don't know what her other keyword would be, but I'd like to see something, maybe teen or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, so that's Jean. The next one we have coming up is called ICARUS, and I actually know nothing about this character, this figure as a character, but he seems interesting enough. Has the Hellions keyword and New Mutants keyword. He's Joshua Guthrie, so probably related to Samuel Guthrie, Cannonball, so that'd be pretty cool. He's only 50 points, which I love low-pointed figures. Has 2 different traits. First one is Hellions. When this character's attack roll is 10 or more, damage dealt by that attack is penetrating. Always good. Then he has another trait, X Student. When this character's or an adjacent friendly character's attack roll includes exactly 1/5, which is an X, modify the target's defense -1. So that's good. I like how they're doing stuff with the dies. That's pretty cute. He has 0 range, flight. He has a special on his out of 5 clicks on his first 2 clicks and his last click, and it says just want to keep flying, and it's charged. When Icarus uses it, he can use willpower, and improved movement ignores characters this turn. So that's pretty good. Has what looks like Quake, super senses. Then in the middle he's got mind control and some perplexes, and then he's got regen at the end. For 50 points he's not bad. Little taxi. We've got so many taxis that can carry multiple figures now, though. I'm not sure how I feel about this particular guy, but he's pretty good. I'd pick Pixie over him for 25 points more, but she's probably going to rotate out soon, so this guy will be a decent stand-in unless we see something else that's going to be super effective here. The next thing we're going to talk about is a Prime figure, and this one is Prime Magneto. We're actually going to talk about two different Magnetos. This one's pretty good. The other one is flat out ridiculous. So we're going to go ahead and look at this one first. It's Prime 23B in the set. 75 points, Brotherhood of Mutants team ability, which is now, I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, in the comment or the live chat, it's a +1 to movement. So it's still pretty good. It's pretty good now. It used to be free movement, but all the figures were so expensive that it didn't really matter. But now they're giving us low-pointed figures and taking away the free movement, so they kind of got them backwards, but it's okay. Anyway, Magneto has Brotherhood of Mutants, Hellfire Club, and New Mutants keywords. He's 75 points, like I talked about. Has one trait. It's Betraying the New Mutants and Xavier's Dream, or Am I? It says when Magneto attacks one or more characters with the New Mutants or X-Men keywords, modify attack and damage by +1. When he KOs an opposing character with the New Mutants or X-Men's keywords with his attack, after resolution, roll a d6. 1 through 3, deal him 1 unavoidable damage. So this guy's kind of like a double-edged sword in sealed. That's going to help him out, dealing the extra +1 in attack and +1 damage. That's going to give him top dial a 12 attack for 5 damage, which historically in X-Men sets where they don't have the best stats ever, that might be a big deal. And then deal himself 1 damage possibly. Then he has a special on his defense, which are on his last 2 clicks, click 5 and 6. It says Grey King of the Hellfire Club. Other friendly characters with the Hellfire Club keyword have free modify attack +2 or defense +2 until your next turn. So that's really good. I'm not sure how the other Hellfire Club keyworded figures in this set are going to do, but this guy is going to be a fantastic support piece for them. Then he has special on his damage for his first 4 clicks, which is White King of the Hellfire Club. It says leadership. Other friendly characters with the Hellfire Club keyword have free modify either attack +1 or defense +1 until your next turn. So he's always giving either +1 or +2 to attack or defense, which is fantastic. It doesn't say anything about adjacency or anything, so it's what I would call quote-unquote it's a global effect, which is great. It doesn't say anything about Perplex, so you could use this with Perplex. He starts off with Sidestep TK, which is good. 7 range with single bolt. He has Indom, which is great on a Magneto. Then on his middle 3 clicks, he actually has Running Shot Pulse Wave, which is always great. Then he has Psychic Blast on his last 2 clicks. Those middle clicks are actually pretty lethal, other than the fact that he doesn't have the highest attack value ever. And I believe since it says other friendly characters, that means he can't, like, he's not friendly to himself. It would say friendly characters modify, friendly Hellfire Club characters modify. So other makes me think that that's not how that's going to go down. But still, for support piece, he's pretty decent. I don't know that he's game breaking, but again, he's pretty good. So let's go ahead and since we looked at Magneto, let's look at Professor X. Some people were dogging on this figure. I actually think he's pretty decent, at least at his lower point value. He has the X-Men keyword has 2 different starting values, 75 or 50. X-Men team ability has improved movement, improved movement for a wheelchair guy. He has improved targeting, can shoot out of adjacency. He has 1 trait, Headmaster X-Men. It says leadership perplex, but only target another friendly character with the X-Men keyword. So he can, he has perma perplex, which is good. And then it says during force construction, you may include 1 student ID card on your force without adding its cost. Now, if we've been watching these Scott Porter Heroclix previews, we know that the student ID cards are only going to be worth 3 points. So you're getting a 3 free point call-in, a free 3-point call-in, which is going to be good. They're supposed to have an X23 ID card for students, and the 50-point X23 from Uncanny X-Men will be a good call-in for her for at least a little bit. So that's a combo you can use, make good use with him. And I think she has the X-Men keyword too. So it'd be nice and themey. Then he has a special on his movement, which is his first 3 clicks. So it's his first 3 clicks at the 75-point dial, or just on his first click of his 50-point dial. It says, I will not harm another if I can help. It says mind control. When Professor X uses it or uses it as a range action, he targets all opposing characters within range, regardless of line of fire. So this is all regardless of line of fire. And he can... so it's the whole team, and it doesn't matter about line of fire. And hit targets can't make attacks during this action. So, like, you're not able to make them basically fight each other. But you are able to, if somebody's in a tight cluster, you're able to break up the cluster. Or if somebody's all spread out and you need them tight, nice and tight for a quake or something, this guy's going to do it. Repositioning is actually a big part, and this guy's going to be really good for that. And then he has, standard mind control, in cap on his first 2 clicks at 75 points, defend, and outwit on his first 3 clicks. And that would be just his first click of his 50-point dial. For his 50-point dial, I really like him. He has that special on his movement with the regardless of line of fire mind control for a whole team. Plus he has outwit. I think for 50 points, that alone's enough. He has an 11 attack, so you got a decent chance at hitting. At 75 points, he's not bad. You're getting a 12 attack dual target in cap. Plus you can still mind control. Plus you can still use the perplex, and you can use that perplex at the 50-point dial too. I think this guy's good. At the 50-point, you get perplex, outwit, and you can either break up formations or force your opponent into a formation or a particular kill box with this Professor X. So I like him a lot. I don't know that he's competitive, but I do know that if you play X-Men teams, this guy's going to be who you want on that. So next one we're going to look at is somebody that I don't really know too much about, but it's a character by the name of Rusty. He has Mutant Liberation Front, New Mutants, and X-Factor keywords. He's only 40 points, which is good. 6 range, single target. Standard combat symbols other than that. Has a special on his attack, which is 3rd degree burns. Penetrating Psychic Blast. When Rusty hits an opposing character, give that character a fire token if it doesn't already have one. Characters with the fire token have, at the beginning of your turn, deal this character 1 penetrating damage. When this character moves through water, terrain, or clears action tokens, remove the fire token. So it's, they're taking the Penetrating Psychic Blast for what looks like 2 damage. Then they're, possibly taking another, they're not possibly, they are at the beginning of their turn taking another. So you're really dealing 3 penetrating out of a 40-point figure. He's only got a 10 attack, but that's pretty decent. He's got barrier, which is good. Starts off with running shot, which goes to sidestep. Then he has energy explosion. He's not bad if you need some extra, you got 40 points to fill. He's offensive. Plus that barrier, you can, depending on what map, you can make some things happen with that. Next, we're going to talk about the first chase of the evening, and for that, we're going to be looking at Angel, and he is 60 points, and the chases for this set look like they're going to be Age of Apocalypse again. So he's 60 points, flight ability. Other than that, he's got standard combat symbols. He has a trait, which is a survivor of the Age of Apocalypse, the Age of Apocalypse for now. When an angel is damaged by an opposing character, give that character a revenge token. When an angel attacks a character with a revenge token, modify attack and damage +1. When an angel is KO'd, he may choose an opposing character with a token named Revenge and remove all of those tokens and roll that many d6s. For each roll